രാജേശ്വരി വെങ്കിട്ടരമണൻ 130 വാക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഷോർട്ട് ആൻഡ് സ്പീഡ് ഡിക്റ്റേഷനാണ് വായിക്കുന്നത്. നിങ്ങൾ ദിവസവും ഇത് നല്ലോണം പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്താൽ KGT ഹയർ SSC എക്സാമിനേഷൻ എല്ലാം വളരെ നന്നായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എഴുതുവാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നതാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇത് 2-3 പ്രാവശ്യം ഓരോ ഡിക്റ്റേഷൻ നിങ്ങൾ പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യണം. ഓക്കെ. Honorable Finance Minister, ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure in associating myself with our President in welcoming every one of you to this historic function. All along in the Chamber of Commerce, we were holding seminars and conferences on certain particular subjects. Today, we have ventured on a nation-building activity which is very progressive in its very nature. Plan programs and plans are not new to our state of Karnataka. Even before Russia could think of her 7-year plans, even before anybody in the world could think of plans, there was one great administrator, statesman, Dr. M. Visvesvaraya, who had already vitalized and executed bank. He had a state-sponsored bank of Mysore. He established industries like the Bhadravati Iron and Steel Works, Mysore Paper Mills, Cement Factory, Kannambadi Dam, the Mysore Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is today the Federation of Karnataka. Chamber of Commerce and Industry was in fact founded by Sir M. Visvesvaraya. Organizations like the Century Club and so on were set up because of him. It is in the fitness of things to remember him today when we discuss the idea of holding a seminar on the 20th point program of the Prime Minister. Many of the people asked us what the Chamber of Commerce had to do with the program. We had to tell them that it is the Chambers of Commerce comprised of the mercantile and the industrial community, and the government could act jointly for the good of the common man. Sir, it is the responsibility not only of the members of parliament or the assembly or the persons in political power to implement these ideas, but also of the trading and industrial community as well as their organizations and associations. For example, we always think of minimum wages, whereas actually it should be living wage, and the wage must be able to provide the employee food, clothing and shelter. We have yet to achieve self-sufficiency in our country. We are in an era of emergency. Emergency has brought a certain amount of discipline. I think discipline is more needed today than any other time. Ours was and is basically an agricultural country. We are almost near self-sufficiency in food. For almost all industries, agriculture is the base. We have a special session under Dr. K.C. Naik to discuss agricultural problems. In order to bring down large holdings of land under individuals who were exploiting the countryside, reforms have been introduced whereby nobody can hold more than a certain amount of land. Though the former landowners were never really interested in developing their own lands, the present reforms have created problems also. Unless there is a bumper harvest year after year, whatever the farmer grows, whether it will be sufficient for his own family or not, is a question to be answered. He is not in a position to buy fertilizer and other inputs which help cultivation. On top of this, certain measures which have been introduced to protect the farmers themselves have become a danger to him. He is not in a position to get any money from any private banker. Sir, nationalized banks and other banks have a prominent role to play in this regard for maximizing agricultural production. I feel that the entire agricultural land in the country should be taken over by the state and all the inputs be supplied by the same agency, thereby making the farmer only an agent of the government who cultivates and reaps the benefits, whereas all other basic infrastructures are tackled by the government. We find that the crop pattern changes in accordance with requirements. When a particular variety of crop does not bring profits